Pugilism Company, home of the three-piece combos. This is Reed BBS, Blackbird Sugar, here with the one and only Abel Sanchez. How we doing today, Abel?
We're doing great, man. We're going to have another big fight. Oklahoma City is getting the kind of fights that they should have.
What were you just saying about your golf game a second ago?
We played golf this morning. It was very cold, but we played Lincoln Park, Mikey Williams and I, and had a lot of fun.
How many holes?
We played 18. We got 18 in about 3 hours. There's nobody else on the course. Nobody was crazy enough.
What was your score?
I think Mikey shot an 82 and I shot an 86, something like that.
Okay. Now, most people lie about their golf scores, so I'm not going to...
No, you know what? The worst day of golf beats the best day at work. So even if we shot
That's
100, it'd be okay.
Very good
We're
point.
out playing golf.
So let's get into the fight. You're here with Alex Saucedo. Compare and contrast your fighter to Maurice Hooker.
Maurice Hooker's a heck of a fighter. Maurice Hooker was in my gym probably 3 training camps. He sparred with some of my guys. His coach is a very good young coach. He's going to make a lot of noise in this business. Maurice is a stylist, man. Maurice won overseas and won the title in enemy territory.
Right, against Flanagan, right?
And these guys know each other, know what each other brings. They're both at the level now, obviously a lot higher than they were when they sparred each other before. But it's a matter, I think this fight is a matter of who can impose their will. Who can impose their will on the other guy. They're both exceptional fighters. Maurice is more the boxer and Alex is more the, let's just say, the bull and the matador in this fight. But we're looking for a difficult fight, man. It's not easy. There's a reason why Maurice is champion.
Did you know either guy when they sparred each other?
I did not. I met Maurice probably 4 years ago, and Alex I've been with for about 2.5 years, so I didn't know them back then, no.
Who did Maurice spar with when he was with you that you can remember?
He sparred with Dennis Shafikov, he sparred with a young man named Ruslan Madiev. I have 4 or 5 guys at that weight, and he was getting ready for a fight, so Vince brought him up to work out with us, and then I think he came up to help us with Shafikov because we're fighting we're fighting Prescott, as a matter of fact.
Brady Prescott?
Brady Prescott.
Okay,
no, not
yeah.
Prescott. I'm sorry, not Prescott. The young man Cuban from Las Vegas. He was a 135-pound champion, moved up to 140. What the heck is his name? I forget his name.
Right,
but anyway,
I'm at a loss.
very, very good fighter. So that's why we use Maurice, or I shouldn't say we used him. He helped us to prepare for him.
So as a trainer, I'm not a trainer, but I can guess that you never want your fighter to be in a fight of the year type of matchup. Explain to me, were you with Mr. Saucedo his last fight against Zaplavenia?
Yes, I was.
What was your thoughts on that fight?
We knew going into the fight the kind of fighter that Lenny is. Lenny gives everybody a hard time. I think he only had a couple losses and never been stopped. But he's a bull. He's a guy that's going to impose his will. He's a guy that you're not going to be able to do the things you want to do. He's going to make sure that he's on you 24/7. So we knew that's the kind of fight that we were going up against. But those are the kind of fights that prepare you for these kind of fights. Those are the fights that fight made Alex understand that he belongs at the elite level, at this level where Maurice is. And if you don't have those kind of fights, you have doubts sometimes when you get up to that level. Because of that fight, I think that Alex understands not only how difficult this fight is going to be, but what it means to be a world champion. You have to go through those hard times to get to that point, to accept and to recognize within yourself all the hard work that it took to get there.
Does that encompass what you mean when you use the term Mexican style? Does that encompass it? You're going to get hit, you may get cut, you still have to weather it. Is that part of all of that?
Well, Mexican style, I think that we as coaches and the fighters owe the fans the kind of fights that they were accustomed to prior to these times. These times, there's too much of a if you watch any of the heavyweight fights from 20 years ago, there was no holding, there was no clinching, there was nothing. There was a fight. Today, there just seems to be a different kind of fight. I think that we all, if we're going to get those fans back that have gone away from us because of MMA and UFC, we're going to have to give them entertaining fights. The Lenny Z fight against Alex, no, that's not the kind of fight that I want. I don't want my guy involved in that kind of fight. But those kind of fights prepare you. But if Maurice boxes Alex from the outside and does a lot of moving and does a lot of things that maybe the fans don't want to see, it's up to us to make Maurice fight. It's up to us to bring the fight to Maurice. Now, we can get him in a firefight, better for us. We can get him in a, as you called it, a Mexican-style fight. What I call a Mexican-style fight is a fight where two guys stand in front of each other and outdo each other with their skills, not toe-to-toe. Outdo each other with defense, outdo each other with body shots, outdo each other with positioning, as Julio Cesar Chavez used to do with a lot of his fights.
Sure.
You know, he seldom had a fight where he got hit a lot until the end of his career where he really stopped training.
Or got marked up a lot, right?
Exactly.
You didn't see him cut up,
he used his legs to position himself and throw the punches that he needed. Meldrick had him beat in 12 rounds and got unfortunately a call against him in a fight. But those are the kind of fights that entertain the fans, and I think that's what the fans are, at least in my opinion, that's what the fans are looking for, and that's what hopefully my fighters are doing.
Have you been able to appreciate the Zaplavenia fight as a fan, or since you're Alex's trainer, you're still critiquing it?
No, I'm not critiquing it at all. What I appreciate about it is that it made Alex dig deep to find out where he is.
Right.
Because those moments in those milliseconds, everything flashes back in you. Everything, when you get caught with a shot like that, and it's not just that fight or that training camp. It's a 15, 20 years, as Maurice has also been fighting. All those things flash back to you. All those things flash back. All this career was that one round in Alex's mind. Everything flashed back. So when that happens to you, you appreciate that you were able to get through it, and you appreciate that all the hard work that you've done to get to this point.
Okay, before I let you go, just want to touch on some of your other fighters. Ryan Martin's fight didn't go so well with Josh Taylor. What's next for him? I don't even want to dwell on.
Well, unfortunately for Ryan, he's got a lot of things going on outside the ring that interfered with his concentration in that fight. Ryan just didn't show up. Ryan's going to be a world champion. In my mind, in my heart of hearts, I know Ryan's going to be a world champion. When he decides that he's more important than anything else that's going on around him, that's when he becomes world champion. I compared him to a Terry Norris. The only thing that he's lacking in Ryan right now is the mental between the years. But he's a heck of a fighter, and I expect him to be a world champion. If not next year, the year after. We're gonna sit down at the beginning of the year with him and his team and find out what it is, which direction we go. But very talented fighter, great young man. We didn't show up that night.
Excuse my language, but I know Terry Norris was a mean motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Does he have that in him?
That's what I've been saying. He doesn't have that meanness. Terry wanted to kill you when he was in the ring. Terry wanted to kill you, and Ryan is too much of a nice man, too much of a nice kid in the gym. He allows a lot of things outside to influence him, where Terry didn't care. Terry just wanted to go kick your ass.
I read a story long ago where Terry was playing baseball. It could be true or not. And like a team fight ensued, and he like outfought the whole opposing team by himself.
No, it wasn't the whole team. It was a particular individual that some racial slurs were tossed about. And Terry, people don't know that Terry was an exceptional baseball player, not a good baseball player, an exceptional baseball player. Okay. He had a 4-year ride to Baylor before he decided, or that situation made him decide to become a boxer.
Right, I was going to say, I think that situation is what precluded him from his scholarship.
He joined his brother and us in California once that happened, but it was just one individual, but he was an exceptional baseball player. But anyway, he had that meanness to him, and if you remember his fights, several times, 3 or 4 times, twice with me, once or twice after I was no longer with him, he got disqualified for hitting somebody after the
Luis Santana?
Yeah, well, he hit Ray Leonard when he was down too. He hit Joe Walker when he was down, and he got disqualified. So he was just one of those guys that just wanted to destroy you. And those are the great ones.
And Ray Leonard was his idol, he said.
Yes.
You get your idol.
People don't know this. I'll give you a little story. People don't know this. Between the 8th and the 9th round, in a fight that he was dominating easy against Ray Leonard,
he whooped his ass.
I said to T, we called him T, but anyway, I said to T, okay, T, time to put this guy away, time to knock him out. It's time to go home. He said, no, coach, he's going 12, he's my idol. He said that to me in the corner.
Oh.
He's going 12, and if you look at 9, 10, 11, and 12, look at the fight. He carried him. I mean, he could have, Ray tried to knock him out, but he let Ray do his thing, and he was just boxing him from the outside, but he was dominating a fight. But he said, no, coach, he's my idol, he's going 12.
So, of course, I got to ask you about Triple G.
Triple G is on vacation. I just talked to somebody at home that I guess he's going to be at a hockey game today or tomorrow. He and the group will get together after the New Year's, and he's got a lot of possibilities. Tom Loeffler, the promoter, has been dealing with the new players in town, the new networks, and since HBO is out of the picture now, and we'll see what we do. We have the second week in January. We have a get together. So,
would you prefer a rematch with Canelo or a different fight, and then Canelo again, or are you guys turned off by the two decisions?
No, I think that this is boxing. This is the politics of boxing, and it happened. It happened. One of the greatest middleweights of all time when he fought R. Ray Leonard. You know?
Sure, Marvin Ivan. Right.
So it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that Gennady wants to come back to the gym and start working and look forward to a fight. What fight it's going to be, I don't know. I imagine that the Canelo fight is something that's in the future for him, because I think that's what boxing needs, and that's what the fans want to see, because of the sour taste it left in everybody's mouth, in a lot of people's mouth. But my goal is for him to fight hopefully in April or May. But we'll decide in January. There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of talk that we're going to do with Tom, and we'll see what happens.
But no less level of hunger in him wanting to come back and continue to fighting?
Oh, no. This is what he does for work. He loves what he does, and he's had some good time now with away from boxing. So now it's time to get back to work.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Abel.
Thank you.